During the course of the time that I've attended the MSI Richmond program, I've gained a lot of valuable insight on the different concepts that are very much outside of the standard curriculum of the educational system of Richmond Public Schools. The research project that was assigned to my group, which consisted of me, my fellow mentee, Devontae Gordon, and our mentor, Zach Owen, was to investigate and observe the behaviors that lab rats demonstrated when introduced to a simulated threat, which in this case was fox shearing. We first observed the rat crawl around in a slightly large container in order to get a basis of how a rat generally behaves in any type of environment. We then recorded our observations, and then we reset, but this time we added a Q-tip coated in red fox urine in the center of the container. Generally, the rat tended to avoid the sensor while the red fox urine coated Q-tip was present, which we could further observe by perfusing the rat and removing the brain from the skull. The brain was then sliced in order to observe the hippocampus of the brain, which is where all of the memories are stored inside of the brain. In the end, I've learned that experimentation requires a lot of careful measurements and timing in order to give an accurate quantitative data. Being able to do several perfusions in order to study the behaviors of rats in this high level of detail was something that never even crossed my mind that I would ever be able to do, and is an unforgettable experience. When all of the work for the day is done, and occasionally throughout the day, I will have general conversations with my peers in order to share data and the experiences that I've had while at MSI. I have noticed that my fellow mentee, Devontae Gordon, and our mentor, Zach Owen, are very serious about their work when it is time to work, but also have a very funny side to them. They'll occasionally crack a joke every once in a while, as will I, just to relieve some of the tension while we work. We all like to communicate, observe, and share data with other groups that are working on similar objectives. We also discuss especially notable events, especially things that occur in our personal lives. One especially notable experience is when we went to Duke University and we got to explore the campus and we received some valuable insight on the many options that the university has for students. While the weather was not very pleasant, I still enjoyed the campus and it seemed like a very nice environment to attend college. Both the colleges of Duke and the University of Richmond have presented new outlooks on life in college for me to investigate further. While in the MSI program, I really love the way that I have the opportunity to get ahead in the classes that I will be taking in the upcoming school year. My main aspiration is currently to become a robotics engineer and possibly go into software development and design. Overall, I am glad that there is a program like MSI that will help me in the future, and I wouldn't give up my experiences for anything in the world.